Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Shonen and Chill, hosted by Zenrotto and Asaratha.
Kagurabachi.
I mean, again, very true.
Yeah.
Uh, fun tidbit for everybody. We recorded like the first 5 minutes of this episode without it recording any of the audio, so rad. So we're gonna be
Yeah.
retreading a little bit, but Mama Yu dead, dead.
Uh, I'm not surprised. And like I said in the lost episode now,
the the perished clips.
the episode that only Mr. Jump heard listening through the window, Mama Yu lost its footing like immediately, and you said that it pivoted for some reason, and we talked about how a lot of people like to blame editorial interference, and the bottom line is that it's cope.
Yeah, people do that all the time, and I guess it's just because it's an easy way to forgive the author. Like, because like I know people are gonna get fucking mad that I'm bringing this up, but like the My Hero Academia period where he switched over
Taguchi,
to that other editor, and like it was
with
bad.
Taguchi.
Yeah, that was his name.
Yeah.
And it was bad, and everyone was like, well, obviously it's the editor's fault. And it just every time that happens, it feels like it's people saying when the story is good, it's all the author, and when the story is
Yeah.
bad, it's all the editor.
Yeah, it's just cope.
And yeah, that's really all it is. Like
And then Taguchi left Shonen Jump, and now My Hero Academia sucks even worse.
it's still
So,
bad. Yeah, so I don't know.
so maybe Taguchi was saving it. You never know.
Stopping its
Uh,
perpetually
yeah.
slow descent into madness.
The reality of the situation is that Mama Yu just wasn't very good, and that's how it goes sometimes.
Yeah,
the
it's because
first first
people
couple
point to the
chapters had me
premise.
locked
Oh, me too, me too. People point to the premise of Mama Yu Yu, and they're like, Mama Yu Yu was awesome. And I'm gonna push back on that a little bit. I don't think it. I think it had a good idea, and then
in.
it
Yes.
stopped there.
When a manga is awesome for 3 chapters and it's not, it's longer than 3 chapters, the manga isn't awesome anymore.
Yeah, like I understand because I think Red Hood got this a little bit too, where everyone was like, "Oh, it was really good," but what you mean by that is you really liked the original premise, like you like the concept, but the actual product kind of sucks. Like
Yeah.
And Red Hood never pivoted quite as hard as Mama. I don't really understand the sharp right turn from Mama Yu Yu. Like we said, it might. I don't really buy into the editor cope. Whatever, maybe. Um, but naming the series Mama Yu Yu and then cutting the Mama character out of the series almost completely to the point that she was a
Finally,
nothing.
finally bringing her back at the very end just to turn her into a damsel too. Like no
Yep.
character, just gotta save her.
Mm-hmm. And
It's
then
not
making
great.
it like a harem thing, like not at all. Like I don't know if that was the author realizing his shit wasn't rocking, and he was like, "What is similar to what I do? How about Nue's Exorcist? Let's do that." Um, but generally, if you want your harem series to work, you don't make like gremlin people as your characters, you know? So I don't know, man. I don't know what the goal was or if that was and a lot of people again are saying it's the editor, but I saw someone on Twitter the other day be like, actually the author of Mama Yu Yu's like most famous one shot is entirely about panties. So like he might
Wow.
just be a freak. Um so I don't know. It's just weird to have this like really cool fantasy setting and then be like, actually it's a 20 chapter long harem manga
Yeah.
about a nervous boy. Like what the fuck? Where did that come from?
Yeah, chapter 1 and 2, I think 3 did not. That was not what I was promised. Let's put it that way.
No, no, yeah, it really felt like being sold like a false bill of goods, you
Yeah,
know? Like, I don't know. And maybe that's why it fell off, or maybe it was an attempt to save it that didn't work. I genuinely don't
yeah.
know. Don't have a head in the writer's room,
That's
but
yeah. That's the thing is that we're never gonna know. So
yeah,
when people talk like they have the answer, you just make yourself look stupid.
yeah, and it's no one has any, no one knows other than the people that were working on the series and the
Like
executives that canceled it what
like
happened.
people like people blaming Kagurabachi for Mamo Yu's
Oh my
downfall.
God, dude, I'm so sick of that shit because it happened. What was the last one it happened with? Martial Master? I think they said it was Kagurabachi's fault.
Something like that.
It was literally like because people bought Kagurabachi and like falsely inflated its numbers like it's a fucking conspiracy theory. Like everyone's fake buying Kagurabachi
Why
volumes.
why does nobody consider Nue's Exorcist a conspiracy or an industry plant, bro?
Because they're all gooners, dude. There's not
Man,
enough gooning in Kagurabachi for them.
is there even any?
No, there's none.
Nice, dude. Kagurabachi fucking. Okay, we'll get to it.
The name of this show at this point. Um,
It's so good, man.
it really is so good, that last panel. Okay, yeah, well, if we get
we should
started, we won't stop. So we gotta
we
go. We
should
gotta go to something else.
we should have done an April Fool's episode where we only upload like the Kagurabachi segment and then we just end it.
We should have done an April Fool's episode where I still put the timestamps in
Yeah.
as if it were every other chapter, but it's just the Kagurabachi segment, and I just edit
Yeah.
it over and over again. So it's the same like segment, but just like 5 times.
It kind of flames.
That would have
Next
been
year.
good. No, yeah, write that one down for next year.
Write that one down, yeah.
All right. Well, then what's your top three for this week?
Uh Let me look, I don't remember. Oh yeah, here we go. Number 3 I had Two on Ice. Number 2 I had Blue Box. Number 1 I had Kagurabachi.
Okay, I had Blue Box, Chainsaw Man, and Kagurabachi.
Honorable
Actually, I
mention was
like
Ruri
Chainsaw Man
Dragon.
this week. Oh, did you wanna substitute in Rudy Dragon?
No, it's fine. We'll hit it in the lightning round, it's fine.
We'll hit it in the lightning round. Yeah, okay. So then we'll go ahead and start with Two on Ice then.
Two on Ice went in a direction for its antagonist that I never would have expected in a million years. Now, I know a lot of shonen fans like to always picture sexual assault in like every situation possible, but
Literally every instance they could
yeah,
possibly fit it into.
this is one where it very clearly happened. And I guess the way that informed his artistic expression, because he met that woman, I don't remember the specifics, but he met a woman that told him to like funnel that energy into his artistic expression. That shit fucked him for life, dude. And it makes a bit more sense now why he's so, I guess, so angry and misogynistic and bitter. And he also got exploited for his passion. It makes a little more sense why he's such a cartoon villain, I guess.
It was like a
But also,
mustache
damn,
twirler. Yeah.
yeah. But also, damn, that is some shit I did not expect from Two on Ice.
Yeah, it was a little almost kind of jarring,
Yeah,
actually, where like it it came so out of left field for what I consider to be like Two on Ice's general vibe
yeah.
that I was almost like, oh shit, oh fuck,
Shit got
yeah,
heavy real quick.
like whoa. Um, I feel like it's
Eh,
probably ending very soon.
Maybe yeah.
The having the title of the series on the last page twice is alarming.
Dude, when I hit that page turn, when it was in all black and it said like any normal guy would have been happy about this, I was like, oh, we're really doing this. Like we're actually
Yeah,
going, wow.
we're going full into like the fucked
And
upness of it all.
we're doing a piece of fiction that does not make light of male sexual abuse.
Yeah, well, it's funny because they do the whole any guy would have liked it, which is like the
Yeah.
stereotypical
Yeah, exactly.
response to when someone says that. Like, dude, it's gross. You see it on like Twitter all the time, where
Yeah.
someone's like, "Oh, an underage boy was caught like having sex with his teacher," and those all the people underneath like, "Ah,
Oh,
rad.
wish that were
What a
me.
wish that were me. Like that kid's having the
Yeah.
best school life." Like, shut up,
You're a
you
victim.
freaks. Yeah, you're a victim, or you
And
wish you were, and you're
yeah,
making
you wish
life
you were a
worse
victim,
for
yeah.
the one that was.
Yeah, and it's like a lot of fiction, and this isn't even an anime exclusive thing, where like a man being sexually abused or like assaulted is like the punchline of a joke, you know?
Hmm.
But Two on Ice doesn't do that like at all. It which I find very admirable. I guess I've experienced too much shit media that does that, but
Too much mid ingestion.
yeah. And then the next page turn where he just hits it like with the, I wish I had been born a girl. Like damn, bro. It made the antagonist more enjoyable. Like I always liked him. I liked his mustache twirling evil shit, but I liked his backstory stuff personally.
Yeah, it's an instance where like humanizing him doesn't hurt the evilness.
Yeah.
Like he's still a mustache twirler, like obvious
Yeah, I mean, then you turn the
asshole.
page again, and he looks like a fucking cartoon villain. Like,
Yeah, yeah. Like it doesn't, at least to me, it doesn't diminish like
yeah,
the impact of the stuff that he's been
yeah,
doing over time. But it was not something I expected, especially to be
No.
handled with nuance and
Yeah.
well, you know.
Yeah. It was really
Um,
interesting. Especially because he internally knows that what he's doing is fucked up, but like he doesn't need ice skates. He needs help. He needs HRT, bro.
yeah, dude needs like a lot of help. He needs all kind of help.
Yeah.
Um, but I like I like it. Two on Ice has been very miss for me on the hit or miss scale. Because I feel like I've only really cared about the two main characters' dynamics, and I've just kind of considered this guy like funny because he's the kind of evil where you're like it's comedically evil,
Yeah.
like Dio or like Frieza, where they're just like so over the top
He's
awful
so evil
that
in an
it's
ice skating
funny.
manga,
Yeah,
dude.
in an ice skating mode that it becomes funny. But
Yeah.
I was actually surprised that they did as much work with him as they did.
And then the following chapter has the protagonist talking about how it's like not art because it's sloppy. And, I think he's being too hard on himself about that because nobody would agree with that, really.
Yeah,
Even
I don't
something
think that's correct.
unrefined or something that doesn't look as beautiful as it could be a still art. I like Two on Ice past couple chapters.
Yeah, you really like your what is art media.
I do. I can't help myself.
It's just, that's your storytelling hyper focus. I respect it.
That's why Kagurabachi got me, bro.
Got the hooks in you early. All right. Well, if you got nothing else to say about Two on Ice, we'll jump over
Yeah.
into Blue Box.
That shit hit, bro.
Yeah, no, it goes pretty hard. Like,
That shit hit. It a series that spent most of its time doing the romance stuff, put a big spotlight on its sports stuff, and I think it knocked it out of the park.
the the bit at the end when he's talking to Haryu and he says he's sorry, and he just straight up calls him out like, "Are you
I know.
apologizing that you lost, or are you apologizing that you beat me and then
Yeah.
lost?" It was like, oh, dude, it's crazy. But then like the little wholesome bit at the end where he's just kind of brushes it off and it's like,
Yeah.
"Don't worry about it, just keep focusing."
Uh, yeah, the page turned into the spread of like Haru like just like crying because he lost. But then he's just encouraging him again after that. He's so cool, man. I think he's the fucking goat.
He really is. He's the best character in Blue Box for sure. He's one of my favorite characters in the magazine right now. He's so good. I love this guy.
I'm glad that we had this detour for this quote detour for this sports arc because I think it was great.
Yes, I think so too. I also really like the art on the solid page where it's just a white background and how are you going to like
Yeah,
Spike. Looks really good.
yeah, they
Uh,
popped off, man.
yeah, Blue Box has underrated art, I think. I don't think it gets
Yeah,
talked
and
about very much, but I think it's very good.
the I think the anime captured his art style really well too, from what I've seen.
Oh man, it's been so good. The bit of Haru just crying and the little bit where his girlfriend is starting to cry when he loses.
Yeah,
Oh man, goes hard. It goes hard. Blue Box goes hard. I don't know what to
it's
say.
it's just it's just one of those like battles in a shonen magazine where you're like, damn, whoever wins, I'm actually gonna feel bad for the other side. Like I wouldn't mind if Haru won. I also wouldn't mind if Taiki won. I think Taiki winning makes more sense for like a narrative perspective. But
Yeah, I
damn,
think so too. And
Haru goaded
I
though.
like that he didn't win the whole thing because they
Yeah,
easily could have gone the route of like, oh, he won the whole thing.
yeah,
Um, I like that he didn't win and now he has to kind of take that with him and grow forward from there.
yeah. Blue box good.
Blue Box, very good. Huge fan. I hope the anime is good. I
It
haven't
looks
watched
nice
it if
at
it's out
least.
yet. I don't even know if it's out yet or not, but I haven't
No,
watched it.
they released a preview a couple weeks ago for Anime Japan, and it they captured the art style really well.
Okay, well, hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's not Undead Unluck.
Wait, did we didn't do the JJK and MHA sections at the start?
Oh, you're right. We didn't. I forgot that. We'll do that after the top threes and before the lightning round.
Okay,
We'll
fair enough.
just slip it in there. So the next would be Chainsaw Man.
You can
I
start with this one.
really liked the reveal where they open the box and it's just Denji's head in there.
Yeah. Um, I've been doing some thinking, man. I part two is not very enjoyable to me. I don't think.
Really? You don't like it?
I'm not vibing with it that much. There are elements I like, and like I liked the reveal, like you said. But I don't know. It feels like part two for me so far has been like a bunch of moments that I enjoy rather than one collective thing that I'm enjoying all at the same time.
I totally get that. Now that you
And like,
mention it, that makes a whole lot of sense because I feel like part two has been very segmented and very like start stop, and like you said, how it feels like you open a
Yeah.
chapter and it's just gone
Yeah.
in like a second.
Someone posted on Twitter, I think yesterday that I saw, where they compared where part two is to where part one was at this point in time. And part one was like at the scene with like the astronauts and shit. And I was like, wow, part two has not done much.
Yeah,
And
well,
obviously, part one has like the Chainsaw Man pacing meme, so it's probably fine to slow down a bit. But I don't know, man. It, maybe it's probably a weekly, quote unquote, weekly reading thing because like every now and again I'll read CSM part two. I'm like, oh, this is good, and then I turn the page and it's over for another 2 weeks, and then I'm on a cycle for a few weeks of like picking up the chapter. It's over in 2 seconds. Nothing really happened, and then I wait for the next big moment that I like.
yeah, I can see that. I think that there's a lot of like in part one, it never felt like there was that much sort of connective tissue. It kind of felt like we were along for the ride with
Yeah.
Denji. With part two, it doesn't really feel that way, and I don't know if that's the fact that there's not any sort of focus on like one thing occurring. We're kind of always jumping
Mhm.
around. Like we still don't know what happened to Nayuta or what's going on with that. Now we've got
Mhm.
like war and them here. Um, it's it's pretty wild. I don't know
Yeah.
like what to
I
perfectly describe it as. It's just kind of hard to like nail down, you know?
I think I just need to reread Chainsaw Man. I say this like every time, but I need to reread the entire thing at some point because this is not clicking for me. And maybe on like a binge read it'll flow way better.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that for sure. But I did enjoy this past couple
Yeah.
weeks. I like having Katana Man on the team. I think it's very funny. Um, I like when they were like reassembling his body so they could stick him back
Yeah.
together and he would just like get fixed. And I like the little humans that are here, just like pissing their pants all the time.
Hmm.
But all right, we'll jump next to Kagurabachi.
Real fiction, man.
Peak fiction, dude. I can't even like that never crossed my mind. I don't know. I guess it probably should have because I knew like everyone knew he had it. But
Yeah.
him, like when he gave away the sword, I was like, there must be something else. He's gonna have to do this without fighting. No, he's just got the other sacred blade.
You know what's crazy, man, is last episode I said that Chihiro is gonna like reforge Mei. Well, I don't know if he reforged it. He might just be using like a broken version of it. But like last episode, I was like, yeah, he's gonna bust up the the Thunder Sword, and here we are, dude. Um,
I assume that it's broken. Still,
I
that's my
think
assumption.
yeah, I think it being reforged off screen would be a little sad.
I think so too. Because I like Chihiro never really got like the full, rundown from his dad. Like that
Yeah.
never finished, right? Like he can't go out and make more of these.
Yeah, he probably absorbed some of it through like just osmosis or whatever.
Right.
But
Like
like,
he probably is cursorily aware of how it works,
yeah,
but he's not on the level of his dad. And I feel like for him
yeah,
to be like, oh yeah, he can just make fix the swords if he breaks them. Like it
hmm,
would feel kind of cheap. And plus, I think we've seen enough of Cloud Gouger, or I guess Kurigomo now, because they changed the name to the Japanese name to make it in line
oh,
with the
they're
others.
they're doing that. That's
Yeah, well, someone made a good point is that all the other swords have always used their like non-localized names except for Cloud Gouger. So I guess this is them just bringing that one in line with the
yeah,
others
but
to make it
Cloud
consistent.
Gouger is so raw.
Yeah, it's an incredibly raw name, and I'm sad that it's gone.
I guess we can chalk it up. And look, if I had to pull something out of my ass, it's because Chihiro is saying it differently because he's hashtag him and he's interpreting the sword differently. There you go.
Fine, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, there you
That works for me.
go.
Um, I think that we've seen enough of that sword in like Sojo's hands that to make it more exciting for Chihiro to use it, there needs to be something different about it. And I
Yeah,
think the fact that it is the broken portion of it is going to be kind of what sets it apart and what
yeah,
makes his use of it not just like Sojo 2.0.
yeah. Um, it's Hakuri got to be going through it, bro. Not only was he just called useless by like his family, but Chihiro gave up one of his enchanted blades to save him, dude. He's probably going through it.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, he's got to be. Like,
yeah. Chihiro having a $330,000 in US dollar bounty. He's so cool, man.
like I
And
feel like every character's stock has gone up immensely since this
yeah,
arc started.
and did not see his arm coming back this soon. That was surprising.
Yeah, I kind of thought it was like a trick at first, where they're like he only has one arm, but then I was like,
Yeah,
shit, did Char get that good that fast? She couldn't heal him before.
I
Um,
imagine that there's gonna be a catch to it.
like it's not fully because it is super bandaged up.
Yeah,
It's not like she just like the whole thing is bandaged, like from no skin showing at all. So it's not like it's in super good condition or anything.
and let me skim the chapter real quick. Does he ever like actually use
He uses it to
like
grab the kid, but he doesn't use it with a
that's right?
sword.
Interesting. Okay, yeah, I see that. What if it's just a fucking prosthetic?
Yeah, like it's just something else that he's got. It's possible.
It's
Also,
just
man,
like a
he really adopts a lot of like wayward children, doesn't
he
he?
does. It's because he's the goat. He is the goat. And I mean, I mentioned this back when we first started becoming Kagurabachi Glaziers, is that the way he treats children is the main separating thing that makes him, you know, it was one of the defining features in early Kagurabachi that made him not so super edgy and you know, 13-year-old coded.
Yes, yes. It's every new chapter and every interaction he has with like some kid where he's clearly doing a good job of calming them down and like respecting them
Mhm.
and helping them through whatever they're dealing with, even in the middle of these chaotic situations. I
Yeah,
keep thinking
exactly.
back to that chapter one, and I'm like, what were they doing?
Exactly. It's like the way he corrected himself real quick to call that fucking little ass dumbass kid by his hero name and crouched down in front of him to like
Yeah, got down
block
on
his
his
view of
level,
the
put him down, like, you know.
blocked his view of the chandelier crushing this dude.
Uh-huh.
He's so goaded.
He really is
Um,
so good at it. He's the fucking
there
best.
was there was a particular line about the lightning only strikes bad guys, and obviously we know that it struck Chihiro in the past to the point of severe injury, and of course he did it in a hashtag different way because he channeled it to save all the innocents from Sojo. But perhaps that could imply that there is going to be more nuance to this conflict rather than it just like striking bad guys. I don't know. I feel like it's an interesting line that wasn't said for no reason.
Yeah, I'm hesitant to ever say that any line is said for no reason, considering all the stuff they've done in the past. But I don't know. I also like this kid. I like Mr. Inazuma. I think he's got good vibes. Also, the beginning where she was just talking with the guy,
Yeah,
and he's like, "All right, well,
he's
I gotta
just
go help Chihiro now." And he's
he's
like, "Wait,
just
what?"
chatting it up, dude.
Yeah,
He's so cool, man.
he's great. I love him.
I also like that. I think it was the chapter before this where Shiba was talking about how straight Chihiro's face is despite the gamble, and he's making like the same exact face as Chihiro.
Yeah, it's so good.
So goaded.
I love the zoom in where he's like, "I'm shocked. I've got the chills," and he's got the completely flat face.
Yeah,
It's so good.
I'm gonna assume something is up with Chihiro's right arm because wasn't he right-handed previously? I don't remember. I have
Yeah,
to go back and look.
right?
But he is using his left hand for the sword and saving the kid with the right when you feel like it would be the opposite way if his right hand was back to normal, right?
Well, was he right-handed or was he just ambidextrous? I don't remember if they said.
I don't think they said. Let me go to a chapter where you fuck somebody up.
He is using it with his right hand when he has both arms. In chapter 15, that's just the first one I
Okay.
randomly pulled up. He's using it with his right hand.
So then I have to imagine
Let me go to the one
that
where he actually gets his arm cut off.
damn Chihiro, you should have baited your left arm, bro. What were you doing?
Yeah, you bait with your dominant arm.
He was serious about that shit.
Doesn't look like they actually say. They just say
In
that he
chapter
sacrificed his arm.
in chapter 16, he starts drawing Anten with his left, like just pushes it out with his thumb, but then I'm pretty sure he takes it out with his right. Let me see.
Well, normally you wear your sword on the opposite hip of the hand you intend to
Yeah,
hold it in.
yeah. Okay, in the Sojo fight, like in the final chapters, he has it in his left hand. I guess he might have gone in with the assumption of throwing away his right, though. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah, I mean, he definitely looks like the dialogue at least implies that he intentionally let his arm get cut off.
Yes.
Um, And I don't know if that was a plan or if he was just like, I'm out of options, so I need to
Because
throw it. But
all the other time he's using his right, except for this fight. So it makes me think that he went into this going like, I'm gonna fucking throw my arm away.
well, I think maybe because if on chapter 17, page 8, there's a frame where he's looking at his right arm, and then the
Yeah,
very next one is one where it gets cut off. So he
yeah.
used his arm. It says he used his arm to change his trajectory in some way, and then
You know what?
sacrifice it. So
In chapter 9 as well, he's fighting Sojo with his left hand, and his sheath is on his right side. He might be ambidextrous or primarily left-handed.
yeah, it might just be that. Yeah, you're right. Especially when he draws, when he's doing his technique there, he's using his left hand to do it. He's probably just
Interesting.
ambidextrous. I almost feel like it's mentioned somewhere at some point that he is. Like for some reason in my brain, I feel like that's something Shiva or somebody has said. But I might just be making that up.
Maybe
So
we forgore. Interesting.
us forget something on this show? Unheard of. Never happened before.
So maybe his arm is back. I don't know. He still didn't really use it in the chapter, so maybe it's
No,
something else.
all he did was grab the kid. So
Yeah.
maybe it's like weak or it can't do. We'll find out, I'm sure, because
Yeah, it'll
that
probably be a
thing is
next chapter thing.
bandaged all to hell and back. Um, I'm sure we'll find out
Oh,
why it's like that.
the chapter of him drawing Cloud Gouger though, dude. Or
Dude,
the
that
page, I
page
mean.
turn is insane. It's so sick. And it's like got the whole black background going on and
I
everything.
know,
Oh my
dude.
god, it's so fucking raw.
Kagurabachi saved me. Bro, anime
It's
announcement win, dude. I'm ready.
right? Yeah, like I need it right now already. The lightning strike going through the dialogue box
Yeah.
for him using the Mei technique. It's so sick, dude. And his eyes are like glowing a little bit. Oh man, it's so fucking rad. I don't know how you can still find Kagurabachi to be a meme. And then this is sort of off topic, not really, because it's about Kagurabachi still. There's people on Twitter right now still saying they expect it to get canceled soon.
It didn't it sell like was it 50,000? Or am I making that?
55,000 plus is the
Yeah, it's not
last
getting
number that I
canceled, bro.
saw.
It's not getting
Um,
canceled.
because this person was like, the meme manga still consistently rates in the bottom of the table of contents. It is certainly the next one to get cut. And I'm like, I don't know how you can.
Uh, First of all, we've said this so many times. Table of contents is not indicative of getting cut or not.
No, I really don't like.
Undead Unluck is down there a lot,
Yeah, it is.
if I recall anyway. I mean, someone can correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's just like fear mongering for fun, or if it's like, haha, I hate this manga, so let's just keep
I think
constantly saying that it's gonna get
it's
canceled.
just pure agenda shit, man. That's
Like
all it is.
it's gotta be, right? Like,
Yep.
which is annoying because I don't understand people who have an agenda to try to get rid of something personally. Like hype your own stuff is fine. Like whatever, but I don't really understand why the idea is like, let's destroy this thing. I don't know. I don't know. It's just weird.
Kagurabachi
I
Go,
don't know how
dude.
you can genuinely think it's still on a track to get canned.
I don't know either, man. But manga fans will be manga fans.
That's true. Speaking of
It's
that,
oh Jesus.
oh yeah, it's time. It's time. Get ready to. Now that we did it out of order, we don't have Kagurabachi as the palate cleanser anymore, so this is gonna be rough. Let's talk about My Hero Academy.
So, obviously leaks came out yesterday. We're not going to talk about the leaks. It is very funny how they came out though. Somebody data mined it from a French manga website. That intern just got shot in the back of the head, probably.
Oh, dude, yeah, immediately. Immediately just executed and kicked out the window.
I had a lot to say about this chapter, but now that I know what happens next chapter, I don't know what to say anymore. So it's one of those things that I don't know how to continue.
Yeah, it's weird to me, like how the rules of this place are supposed to work or whatever. Um, and not to go into the leaks or whatever, but bringing AFO back feels bad, feels awful. Um,
Well, my thing when he first came back was I think AFO is the worst character in the series, but at least this gives Shigaraki a chance to like kill him himself. That was
right.
something. Because who wants AFO to go out to Bakugo, bro?
I mean, yeah, I guess. I guess, because Bakugo is kind of whack, but
Yeah, but Yeah, I don't know what to say because I know what happens now, and
Yeah, and I don't want to because you'll have to watch the next episode if you want to get the riff on that.
I'm
But
sorry. I'm sorry, Kagurabachi and Chillers. It's just that the leaks came out so early this week that
yeah,
this is a little awkward now.
it is a little awkward. Anyway, Jujutsu Kaisen is what we can talk about now.
Do you remember
Uh,
last episode where I said that I actually didn't look at the leaks, but I bet you now that Kusakabe is going to lose, and then somebody new is going to come in?
yeah, not the most out of left field prediction there,
No,
considering
no,
how
it's
it's
not.
been going. I did not expect it to be Heart Nipples guy.
No,
Uh,
definitely. He definitely shocked me with that one.
yeah.
Good job, Gege.
I also did not expect for them to randomly be like, hey, this guy who was only in the prequel, um, and who is totally actually almost as strong as Gojo now, maybe. I'm getting a little tired of how many chapters are like, this guy's just as good as Gojo. It's like every time.
I can believe he can be just as good as Gojo. It does make it a little bit like it makes it hard to stomach for a lot of people when you release an anime only scene where he just gets fucking whooped.
Yeah, I
That
think
that, that didn't exist in the
some
manga.
wires got crossed on that one, I guess, because either that or Gege really was sitting here like, who the hell do I bring in? I'm out of I'm out of
He started
people.
flipping. He started flipping through pages and shit. He's like,
Yeah,
man,
he pulled up the app himself and he's
oh
flipping through the
oh,
old chapters.
Junpei. Oh, I killed him. Shit.
I know this one guy who was in like 4 panels of the prequel.
Oh oh oh, and Gojo's racist.
And Gojo's racist. The dude really hates him, man. He's like, he's already dead. Why do you have to make him racist too?
Oh, that's that's a racist stereotype. Not all black men are athletic. I'm not special because I'm black. I'm just me. What a fucking crazy thing to have Gojo
Yeah, to
say.
have Gojo be like he's a strong sorcerer because he's black is crazy to me.
Holy
That
shit,
did not
dude.
need to happen.
That's so whack. And Yuta standing there like,
Yeah, Yuta's just awkwardly like, oh lord,
Yuta's like, yeah, so, whew, uh, crazy weather, man.
it's wild out here. Yeah, oh man. Um, I am still getting kind of tired of the fighting. I think I'm gonna say that every week until the end of time. Whenever they
At
stop
least
doing it.
credit where credit is due. He brought in characters, but they weren't new characters. These are people who were already in the fight.
Yeah, yeah,
Maki tanked a Black Flash, which was fucking crazy.
super cool. Chozo's getting to do stuff, and I like Chozo. Um,
Yuji, do something. Yuji, do something.
Yeah, Yuji's just like here flexing every few pages.
He's like lightly tapping him in the fucking chest and then getting one shot and then
Yeah, getting
RCT and then
launched
coming
out of
back.
the arena for a while.
I
But
really
I
don't
don't
know how
know.
they win, man.
Yeah, I'm kind of there too, where it's just one of those situations where it's like, oh, he did a Black Flash now. Remember when Gojo did that? Now he can heal. It, every single time they like give Sukuna this glaze power up of like, uh-oh, he's just God again. It makes it more unbelievable that they're just gonna like beat him somehow. You know,
Did
like
you see the cope with the volume extras?
the stuff about the empty airport, meaning that Gojo's coming back or whatever.
No, the drawing of Gojo opening his eyes.
Oh, I did see that drawing. I've seen some people say that they think it's just like a reimagining of the scene where he gets cut.
Yeah.
Um, I
Some
don't
people
know.
are like analyzing, they're doing like forensic analysis and shit to see if
Yeah.
there's a shadow behind him to see if
Well,
he's actually laying on the ground and if that's him waking up and shit.
I mean, they've done like I feel like there's a new thread every week about how like Buddhism says that Gojo is returning.
Look, man,
Um,
I want Gojo to return purely because it would be really funny.
it would be really funny. Imagine having like that's the only guy that gets to come back, right? Like you have the manga that's
Yeah.
famous for killing everybody. Um, but part of me is like, haha, that would never happen. But then part of me is like, man, Gege's really going out of his way to put Gojo in every fucking chapter for like 2 seconds. Why
Mm-hmm.
did you need to put Gojo in this chapter just to be like, also he's a racist? Like, could you just not have done that?
AKA hated him so much. He's like, you know what? Cut him in half. And you know what? You know what? Maybe he's not even this strong. You know what? He's racist too.
Not only he's not even that special, he's not even that cool. Also, he's a racist. Put that in. The
Yo,
editor's
next
like, "Hey,
chapter
could you
he's
chill
transphobic
with
too.
this?"
He's trying to make the stocks go down so bad, bro.
He's so desperate to get the stocks to fucking plummet. I don't know, man. It was fine. I think Miguel was pretty cool. I think at least if you're gonna keep doing the fights over and over again, you have to make the fight fun. And this is more fun than
Yeah,
it's felt like in a while. Um,
yeah.
him dancing on the cleaves was pretty sick. Not gonna lie, it's pretty cool. Um,
I
but I
mean,
don't know. I don't know.
if there's
Gojo's
anything
a
that
racist out of
Gege,
10, I guess.
yeah, if there's anything Gege is good at, it's at making cool shit.
Yeah, he's definitely the guy who does the coolest stuff on the most consistent basis, up there with like Kagurabachi and Sakamoto days.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, I don't know. Racist Gojo out of 10. That's all
that's
I've
fucking
got.
insane, man.
So crazy. Why would you put that in? All right. I guess that puts us into the lightning round.
Yippee! All right, I'll go down my list, so
Okay.
you don't have to use yours.
Okay.
So we got Yazakura family up first.
Okay. Um, I still don't care that much about Yozakura family.
Now, his blooming is premonition. I guess that's pretty broken. Um, Bad Alpha, I thought was corny, and now that there's a bit more reasoning behind it, I think it's kind of interesting, but I don't know. I
It's
don't really.
still kind of corny. Um, I guess it wasn't. It's not like as corny, but I don't know. It's still kind of corny. Um, I like the color spread in the most recent chapter. Thought that was
Oh
pretty
yeah,
sick.
yeah, yeah.
With them all like in the like wedding
The
clothes, I guess.
yeah,
Um,
the anime airs soon too, and I'm excited about that.
yeah, it's because it's gonna be covering the good stuff.
Yeah, and it looks really good. Like they put a lot of work into that shit, man. They clearly have some passion for Yoza.
Need it to be good. That's all I need is for it to be the good content.
Yo, when's the Sakamoto Days anime, bro?
That is a weird one, isn't it? That it's still not anything like mentioned about that, you know? Because
Yeah,
I feel like it's been around a long time. It's popular enough, where is maybe they just
yeah.
can't find a studio that can properly capture the action.
Maybe not. I mean, maybe it's been shopped around, but everyone like reads it. They're like, yeah, we're not doing that.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, you want me to animate this guy shooting a bullet into a rotating tire so that it changes its trajectory and hits it?" No, no, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. You can go take that to Mappa, bro. We're good.
Yeah, right.
Lightning round. Anyway, Undead Unluck. Happy 200 chapters, man. We made it.
Yeah, we made it. Woo!
I
We
really
did
do
the
not
best.
envy the person having to translate multiple language wordplay.
No, that never seems very fun. That seems almost extremely exhausting at all times.
The
Um,
absurdity of the way the power system of this series works is fucking great, and it leads to cool shit like this.
yeah, see, I saw some people on Twitter because Twitter is just where I get all my anime content from. That's why it all sucks.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. I saw people complaining that the power system is like shitty, and I don't know how you can think that.
Power system is fantastic, dude.
Yeah, I genuinely don't know how you can look at Undead Unluck's power system and be like, this is bad, actually. Like, I don't know how you come to that conclusion. Um, it's
What do you
really
want it
good.
to be like? Is it supposed to be like?
It's not Nen, so Twitter hates
Oh,
it.
okay.
Like, all that
Fair
matters
enough.
is Nen. Um, yeah, I don't know. I really like anytime Undead Unluck has a silly confrontation like this because it's on its face, it's like, wow, this is kind of dumb. But then you
Uh-huh.
think about it for a minute, you're like, this is kind of rad that their powers can do this like in every fight.
Ruby Dragon. I liked both the chapters. I thought they were nice. I don't know. I've consumed too much shonen. I feel like I'm expecting some like dark shonen twist every chapter, and then it doesn't
Yeah,
happen. You know what I
and it
mean?
never comes. Yeah.
Like I was ready for these friends of Rury's to like actually be pieces of shit, and then they were actually cool, and I was like, oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, no, I feel
uh,
that.
there just feels something so fucking ominous about Ruby Dragon right now. I don't know if you get that too.
Maybe a little. I feel like they are trying to do like slice of life stuff, but they're like winking at you the whole time while they're
Yeah,
doing it. Like, uh-oh, like something weird here. But then it never happens. So I don't know.
yeah, it feels very strange. But I liked it. I always
Yeah,
like
Ruby
Ruby Dragon.
Dragon's always. Is this the last week that it's in the
I have
book?
Fork Order.
I don't remember when it's moving to online
Yeah.
only.
That was more than 3 days ago, so I don't remember anymore.
Yeah, the information gone, deleted.
Yeah. All right. Mama Yu Yu. Really copied MHA bar for bar. Went into a dream world, saw the guy's memories or whatever, and then like there was the bigger bat or whatever the fuck. I don't remember what happened. To be honest.
Yeah, I mean, you're pretty much right. Um, I don't know. It sucks too because this series, like every time I see the art, I'm like, this is a really neat, unique looking art style. I really like how
Yeah.
gritty the art feels in this series.
If nothing else, Mama Yu Yu is very good at like paneling and visual storytelling. I think.
Yeah, like the POV panels where you're looking through like the character's bangs. That's
Hmm.
cool. That's
Hmm.
rad. But your series sucks. So, you know, what do I do about that? You know?
Hmm.
So unfortunately, it is
Um.
dead. Rip.
Yeah. And you know what sucks is I did kind of like this latest chapter too. I like him giving his power, like making his power his own by giving it a name inspired by his mom. I thought that was cool.
Yeah. Sure wish the mom was in the series for more than like 3 chapters.
Yeah, Mama Yu Yu, goodbye. We'll talk about you one more time.
One more time.
Next episode.
One more time.
Hope, dude. Hopefully that chapter's not also ass, but we'll see.
Well, preponderance of the evidence suggests.
All right, greens. I like it. It's nice. That's about it.
I don't dislike it. I don't know. I don't really like golf is not exciting to me as just a concept.
It's
Maybe
not.
it's kind of that same thing with two on ice. Where I'm like, I don't care about ice skating. Um, but I really like. For some reason, he's really good at doing like spread panels that seem hype. Because you're like, oh shit, and then you're like, wait a minute, it's fucking golf. What am I getting excited about? Like the page 12 to 13 like spread where she
Mhm.
sinks the putt. I'm like, wow, that's not exciting at all. But it's drawn really exciting. Like you do a really
I don't
good
know.
job of making it seem exciting.
I think the character work was fun at least.
Yeah, I think that's kind of where Greens excels
Yeah.
is because with sports series you can kind of go like a few different directions with them. You can go like super realistic,
Hmm.
where they're literally just playing the sport, and so then you kind of have that's a lot of character work stuff. You can go over the top, where it's like Kuroko no Basket or
Hmm.
iShield 21, where it's just they have fucking superpowers, and so you're able to bill it more like an action thing. Whereas it's less like obviously there's still character work, but you can also have the more big like sprawling action pieces and whatnot.
Hmm.
Or I guess Blue Box, but Blue Box kind of fits into the realistic character work aspect of it.
Yeah. I like greens. It's not like if it got axed, I would be sad, but I would get over it. It's not my favorite, but I don't hate reading it.
I don't think it's next on the chopping block at the very least.
Probably not.
It's probably two
It's
on
probably
ice.
Shadow Eliminators.
Or
Oh shit.
two on ice is older. It might be Shadow Eliminators. I feel like sucks more, but two on ice is older, and seniority and jump usually means you die sooner. So.
Next up, Kill Blue. It was okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I really liked Kill Blue in the beginning because I really like Crocus basketball, and now Kill Blue
Was
is
kind of
like
hoping
fine-ish.
was kind of hoping there would be some more substance in these fights, but there really wasn't.
Yeah, they never really seem to like commit. I want them to like commit
Yeah.
and just make something big happen, and then it just never really seems like it
Yeah.
is
I
willing
mean,
to
I
do
don't.
that.
It was okay.
Yeah, it was fine. I like that every time we get like a new helper guy, they're infinitely better than the pacifier dude.
I know.
It's really funny because it almost feels like they put out the pacifier dude just to be like, hey, let's just see how many times we can make a character that doesn't suck this bad from now on. Because I like every single other like teammate that has been introduced since then.
Shadow Eliminators. All right. Sakamoto Days.
Yeah, I refuse to talk about Shadows. I that shit sucks. Um,
Sakamoto
Sakamoto
Days.
Days.
Fucking magnets, dude.
Sakamoto Days always bangs. I don't really like
Yeah.
know how else to say it, really. Um, it's always rad every single time that it does anything. I don't know how you can make a series that's almost exclusively fighting and still have like peak choreography every fight. How do you not run out of ideas?
I don't know, dude. I really don't know.
Like you'd have to just eventually be like, okay, I have no idea what to do here. But he never does. He's like, actually, I have the sickest shit you've ever seen
He has a
on
very
lock for
creative,
what's about to happen.
he's a very creative mind. That much is clear. He is exceptionally good at choreography, dude. Having him as like a, I don't know, like working. I'm just imagining him like working on a show, and maybe he's not in charge of writing, but he's in charge of like fight choreography, dude. Holy fuck.
Dude, it would be crazy. It would go so hard.
Yeah, and that's not to say he's a bad writer. I think he does fine a fine
No,
job, but
I think Sakamoto gets too much shit for being like meathead only, because I
yeah,
think the story and like the characters work is fine. I think it's like good.
yeah,
It's just not
it,
like a he's not
it's
trying
not
to be an
life changing.
assassin Hokage or whatever, but like
Yeah,
um for the kind of story it is, I think it's perfectly fine.
yeah,
Um I just think the action is on such another level, like compared to I still think anything in the book. I still think it's the best at action.
it is.
Um that I think it kind of dwarfs the writing because the writing in
Uh,
comparison
I
doesn't
would
stand
say
quite so high.
I would say maybe second place for like action stuff is maybe Undead Unluck, just purely because of its the fucking uniqueness of its power system.
Yeah, I could see that. I think what Sakamoto does with choreography, Undead Unluck does with like unexpected twists
Yeah,
of like how the power system works. Or if we're talking
uh,
raw choreography, it would probably be Kagurabachi
JJK.
or
Oh
JJK
yeah,
afterward. One of those two. Both about the same to me.
definitely not MHA.
No, no. Choreography, I think, is where MHA has always been the worst in
Yeah,
its
and
writing. I think it's
I,
always been its weakest element.
I think even a lot of MHA fans agree with that. That's just like everyone accepts that at this point,
Yeah, I mean, it's not
except
like a controversial take, I guess.
for this final Deku versus Shigaraki fight. People are coping about that one, even though it's pretty bad.
It's bad. Yeah, I mean, it's not like offensively bad. Like I don't think I think just MHA isn't the kind of series that has like choreographed fights really.
Unfortunately, most of the fight got off screen, and then what was on screen were like a couple of really hard punches, and then we
Yeah,
went
well,
to the
that's all
spirit realm.
MHA fighting ever really is. It's like it's
Dude,
just
it just
a
sucks
big
because like
punch.
you have two All Might level figures with a billion quirks, and then they don't fight.
Yeah, they don't do anything with their billion quirks.
Deku beats his ass for a couple chapters, and then we're in the spirit realm.
And the problem too, I think, with all of the other like quirks that One for All gets, um, this might be a lukewarm take too. But other than Black Whip, it's really annoying how they're all like, actually, we just serve to essentially substitute Deku being able to fight like 100%. Which,
Uh,
if you're gonna do that for that purpose, why not just like make him have 100% anyway instead then, like the
no,
original plan of the series.
it's the cheapest, lamest fucking band-aid of the series. Fajin and Gear Shift, I really don't. I think they're terrible.
They're both pretty awful. Danger Sense was basically just the spider sense, and I thought it was cool. But then when I found out it doesn't work if they don't have evil intent, I was like, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. Like, so Danger Sense would not go off if he was like walking down the street and a piano fell off the top of the building that he was on.
No,
It would just hit
he
him.
would die.
He would just get hit by it. Yeah, because he can't. So that's stupid. I thought Smokescreen was stupid until the guy who had the quirk was like, "My quirk is stupid," and then I was like, "Oh, buddy, not come on, don't be like that."
There's a part of it that I like because a lot of One for All transfers were done just like out of necessity. So like I'm cool with it having a couple of quirks that are just stupid. Like
Yeah, I love it. It's just like I can't pick my successor for a good quirk here, so it's
yeah,
just dumb. Um, and float, I don't really understand. Does it like because it seems like he can just fly now, so I don't know. Like
yeah,
I
no.
know he does float and then he flicks his fingers or whatever, but it's like just let him fly. I don't need I don't need the breakdown. I don't need the breakdown of all that.
People say that float was done purely so that he could get off the ground against Shigaraki, but he could already get off the ground, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. And then like you see the I guess we can't talk about it because I would technically reach into the spoilers, so we won't
Oh,
talk about it. We'll talk about it next time. Um, but yeah, I don't know. This fight, the choreography has not been anything super impressive. Um, of any character that has choreography in MHA, I guess the most impressive one would be like Bakugo or Hawks maybe. Um,
she.
but that's not a high bar, like it's
I like the stuff in the Nagon fight with Deku. I thought that was good.
Yeah, Lady Nagin was pretty cool, or Nagant, or however the fuck you say it. I don't know.
I also like Deku versus Gentle. Everything else, yeah, it's not very good.
Deku versus Gentle. Actually, now that you mention it, might be the best, like
Yeah,
quote
that was
unquote
so many years
choreographed
ago.
fight. It was ages ago. Um, but like the bits about him like bouncing the shots off of the little air walls and
Uh-huh.
stuff, like that was sick. That was
Yeah.
objectively really cool. Um, Mirio has pretty decent stuff when
Who?
he did before he became a joke.
Who the fuck is Mirio?
Fair, fair, fair. That
Oh,
quirkless dude who fought
the
Overhaul.
janitor. I see.
Yeah, the janitor that fought Overhaul without a quirk. Um,
One of my favorite periods of like when the final war first started was that Mirio was absent for like half of it, and then he just shows up, and then yeah,
I
doesn't
still
really do
think it's so
anything.
funny that they were like, this is the guy who's going to be the next #1 hero. And then he shows up to the
Wow.
war and he's like, I cannot defeat a Nomu. Please assist.
Dude, you know what makes it really funny? The anime added an anime only scene where he somehow gets stabbed.
How?
I don't know. His whole power is to not get stabbed.
Yeah, it's really like your whole power is not getting stabbed.
He gets stabbed in the ass by the all for one spike thing, you know, those little spikes.
Uh huh.
He
The
just gets
little.
stabbed and then he falls over, and then that's it.
Oh, cool character.
How does that
Well
happen?
used character.
How do you like when you're making an anime? There's like hundreds of eyes on that. How did everyone look at that and be like, "Yeah, that would happen to Mirio"?
Yeah, hey, how about the guy who can turn intangible? How do we beat him? Stab him.
Just stab.
Just stab. Just like, you see how we're stabbing everybody? Just stab him. It's fine.
That was a crazy scene. I saw that shit because I watched the episode live and I saw that and I was fucking flabbergasted.
I'm sure that someone's going to be in the comments like, actually, he didn't have his power on right then.
I'm
Because he
pretty
has
sure
to
he literally did.
consciously.
I'm pretty sure he was going through Gigantamakia's spine at the time. He got stabbed in
He
the ass.
got stabbed anyway. Wild, wild.
He only made his ass tangible.
Yeah, his ass was tangible exclusively. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, what's next on the lightning round?
I think that was it.
Is that all of them?
Yeah, I think so.
Flick through here, see if we're not missing anything. Because that felt fast.
That's why they call it the lightning round, bud.
That's true. It is the lightning round, baby. Yeah, no, that was it. All right, well, we'll count that as an episode in the books,
It's gonna
and
be a
we
very
will.
exciting episode next time.
Yeah, next time is gonna be Jesus. That MHA segment is gonna be so long. Uh, we'll look forward to that, and we'll see you all next time.
The Kagurabachi section will be longer.